Hello everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on Halle Bailey. I'll be speaking on her personality traits, her characteristic traits. I'll be speaking on how a lot of the placements in her chart has led to a lot of the success she's been able to garner in her career. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, you guys. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who really loves this content or really loves Halle Bailey. Now let's get right into the video, lovelies. Halle Bailey was born on March 27, 2000, so this qualifies her to be an Aries. And this is actually a great placement to have a sun placement in. The sun is ruled by Aries and Leo, so it represents a spark of energy which instigates new life. She's the type of person who is always motivated by the need to start and act. She's someone who loves to have a drive and pioneer a lot of things in her life. She's also someone who's very charismatic, very straightforward, very bold. And she's someone with her charismaticism, she's able to just get the best parts in movies because not only of her talent, but her charisma as well. She just finished in the Little Mermaid movie and she did just a great job. She is someone who's just very confident in herself and is able to really do whatever she wants in life because she's able to really believe in herself and know she's capable of anything that she wants to. Next up is her moon in Capricorn. Even though this can be a very difficult placement, but she tends to be someone whose nurture is a strong urge to be productive. You do see her always working. She's always someone who's always doing something productive to really increase her life and increase the things in her place. She's someone who's very practical and she has realistic goals and she works hard to achieve every last one of them. She's someone who's very reserved and very committed. She's very realistic and capable and very resilient. She's someone who's very practical, very ambitious. She doesn't really express too many emotions and she can be sarcastic at times. She's also someone who tends to be very well-rounded, very rational, very practical, and she always knows what's best for her. These are very great placements and very great characteristics for her to have because it has led to a lot of her success. Up next would be her Mercury in Pisces. This can be a very difficult placement as well. However, this just really shows a very nice side of her because if you listen to her voice, she has a very beautiful singing voice. And a lot of people who have very angelic, like serene singing voice, they tend to have Mercury in Pisces. So she's someone who has a very imaginative nature. She's someone who's very compassionate towards others, and you see videos of her really having compassion and even crying, of the little children really noticing her and just giving her the love that she deserves. She's also someone who's very much gonna be empathetic towards other people and very understand where they're coming from. She's someone who has a great imagination and it just really helps fuel her as a person in order to really manifest and get all the dreams that she would love to in life. And it just really speaks to her voice as well. So this is a great place for her to have. Up next would be her Venus in Pisces, and this is actually a great placement to have. It allows her to experience the free-flowing nature of love with less hesitation or expectation, and she yearns for a deep soulmate connection with the person who she's with. She's also someone who loves to love people. She wants someone who's very loving towards her, very chameleon-like, so they're able to change themselves in different settings. She's someone who's very compassionate towards others, especially in relationships. She can be very artistic and creative as well in her relationship, and very spiritual. She's someone who loves to have like that fantasy-like relationship that everything is perfect, very adaptable. Sometimes her relationships can be an escape place for her in order for her to really escape the world. So relationships are important for her, and she's someone who loves to give secrets and keep secrets in relationships as well. Up next is her Mars in Taurus, and with this placement, she is driven by a need of stability and security in her life. That is her drive, and I do have a video on Mars in Taurus, so you guys can check that out. She's someone who wants to have personal belongings, and she wants to have plenty of money and personal possessions. That's something that's very important for her, and that's one of the reasons why she works so hard. Also, with this placement, she's someone who is very much going to prioritize good health. I heard that she is a vegan, and that's something that she really takes seriously. She has a great energy distribution skill. She has artistic talent. She's very purposeful, and she has a practical mind. She's someone who's able to maintain and achieve wealth and abundance because she makes sure that is a priority of hers in her lifetime, and make sure that she's able to work as hard as she needs to in order for her to gain that life. So this is a great placement for her. Up next is her Jupiter in Taurus. With this placement, she's someone who is going to really have a lot of luck when she is around beauty, art, happiness, and joy. That is where she gets a lot of her luck. She is someone who likes to be successful in working with finance, working from home, and this is very interesting because during the pandemic, her and her sister were working from home, singing and doing a lot of things, and that's kind of what brought them into the limelight a lot. So this really did benefit them. She's someone who has a very cautious nature that helps her attract good fortune, along with her hard work and her dedication. She's also someone who loves to be stable and have a stable lifestyle and be dependable, protective, and secure of her environment. She's someone who loves to provide a great deal of support and affection for others as well. Up next would be her Saturn in Taurus, and this will give her her third place in Taurus. So she has a Taurus stellium, meaning a lot of her personality has a lot of Taurus energy in it. She's someone who, in this placement, will have to be humble, grounded, and unaffected by a lot of things. She's someone who is very much reliable and making dependable person and a responsible person. Not being affected by her celebrity status is something that we do see a lot about Halle. She's someone who's just like a really down-to-earth type of person. She's someone who is very diligent and very modest in everything that she does. She's someone who loves freedom and loves to make everything the best she can in order for her to have that secure foundation. She has to realize that having fear is something that she does have to remove from her life, and know that things will happen, and that being selfish and giving, she should balance. Up next would be her Uranus in Aquarius, and this is actually a great placement for her to have. She and anyone with this placement love to take up a lot of social causes and find ways of solving complex issues such as poverty or injustice. They are the types of people who are reformers at heart, so that is who they are to their core, and they want to make sure that they make positive changes that will benefit society as a whole. So they're not only thinking about their generation or just themselves, they're thinking about the future and other generations to really have a good life. They're willing to devote their time and energy to see that they come about, especially if the proper group support and combined purpose of will can be found. She's someone who will always, or people in this generation or who has this placement, they're always going to make sure that they're going to fight for what they believe is right in their heart, regardless of what may come towards them. Up next would be her Neptune in Aquarius, and with this placement, she is able to find inspiration wherever she goes and is always thinking of ways to help society. She's someone who loves to idealize and even venerate the ability to obtain a detached nature, as well as the ability to objectively analyze any given situation. So she's the type of person who wants to help society, but wants to be detached in that way as well, because she doesn't want the emotionalness or anyone with this placement to really bog them down, but they really want to help and be able to analyze the situation to see what the best solution would be. She's someone who's very much going to look at her efforts to cure all the ills in society and be careful to continue and maintain the protect the rights of individuals in these potentially far-reaching changes. So they want to make sure the progress made stays and they make more progress. Pluto in Sagittarius is her next placement. She's able to gain this placement because she was born between 1995 and 2008. So she is a part of Generation Z. They are all about freedom, experimenting, exploring, and having risk. Makes sense because this is Sagittarius energy to the core, having freedom and exploring the world. Traveling is a big theme with this generation, and having risk. They are optimistic people as well. They have a thrive of living, and they are the types of people who are all about possibilities. They like to look on the good side instead of the negative side. They are the types of people who love to always search to add to their wealth of knowledge and for their enjoyment. And even on TikTok, you do see a lot of Gen Z talk about how they love to look at TikToks to gain more information, read books just for fun, not even just to intellectualize everything, just so they can just have information to talk about and look at. Up next would be her North Node in Leo, and this is actually a fame placement, so it makes sense as to why she has the fame she has. She's all about individuality in order for her to really get the gifts and talents needed, willingness to take center stage, following one's heart desires, strengthening her willpower, having enthusiasm, having self-confidence, taking risk, relating to the childlike qualities in others, enjoying life, having fun, and looking at life as a game. She also needs to be brave, connect to her heart, not ignore it, and choose to depend solely on her mind, identify with the child within, explore your creativity, and not being afraid of love, inspiring and leading others through her acts of courage, letting go of the need of detachment, and being able to just fill her heart with fire in order for her to really get the opportunities and dreams that she really wants. Up next would be her Chiron in Sagittarius. And this is a very interesting placement to have because this is the womb of belief. So with this placement, she may have had at a young age a belief in something, and now that she's older, it has erased, or she figured out that that belief she had was not really reality, or that belief really did not benefit her. Throughout her life, she may really think about things that may come and go, maybe different religions, different belief systems, and she's always looking for the need to have a belief in something, whether it's a higher power or whether it's just something that she really wants in her life. So knowing that she can be open-minded to different beliefs, different things, and knowing that she doesn't have to be secluded to only one belief, and being open-minded is very important to her. So this is one of the ways for her to heal it. Up next would be her Cancer rising, and with this placement, she's someone who has a familiar aura about them. So when people see her or get to meet her, they just feel like she's familiar and she's interesting. She's very sensitive to her surroundings. She seems shy when meeting strangers. She's very caring and sweet. She's very withdrawn and can be moody at times and sensitive, but this is, very much Cancer energy, and it's mostly due to them really feeling energy. She needs structure and security in her life. She's also someone who normally does not have casual relationships. Her relationships are something she really wants and takes seriously. She is a great listener, and she enjoys conversations, and she enjoys comfort as much as possible, and she likes to collect different things, and she's someone who's very much going to be protective of her partner and very loving of her partner. So this really does describe her image a lot. Up next, and last but not least, is her midheaven in Pisces. This is how she appears in the public eye. She is someone who's very introspective in regards to her career, very multi-talented, very creative, very receptive and very passionate. She's someone who has an out-of-box thinking type of personality. She has a lot of emotional intelligence, and she has a lot of great response to feedback. In regards to her career, she's very much collective or fantasy. She can have a very public image or career image of being seductive, supernatural, very brilliant, very benevolent, very mysterious, artistic, and she truly knows everything. This really does explain her career image, because a lot of the roles she has played in movies, she does have that mysterious or that fantasy type of role in her life, and that's something that really does describe her in the best way. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today on Halle Bailey's natal chart. Please let me know down below how you felt about it. Did you get a better understanding as to who she is as a person, or she is in regards to her career and how she's been able to be successful at that? Thank you guys so much for your love and support throughout all of my videos. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You hit that like button, that share button, and that notification bell. And last but not least, please make sure you're following me on all of my social media accounts, from my Facebook to my podcast under Abbie Dagrin, my Etsy store to my Instagram under Gael Beauty, and my PayPal with the link down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.